This button was built to save millions of lives. One press. That's all it took to shut the whole reactor down. At 1:23 a.m., someone finally pressed it. And it did the exact opposite of what it was designed to do. For almost 40 years, people have blamed the wrong thing for what happened next. Because the real reason Chernobyl exploded wasn't the reactor. It was one tiny flaw, and nobody had noticed it until it was too late. April 26, 1986. The Chernobyl Nuclear Power Plant, Ukraine. That night, engineers were running a test, a simple one. Find out if the reactor could survive a power failure. It had been done before. Nothing about it should have gone wrong. But this reactor was hiding something. Something even the people running it didn't fully understand. Just after midnight, the test began. Power was lowered. Safety systems were switched off, one after another. Standard procedure. Routine even. Except this reactor had a strange, dangerous habit. The lower its power dropped, the more unstable it became. And that night, they'd already pushed it lower than anyone realized. Then, without warning, power started climbing on its own. Fast. Faster than anyone in that room could explain. There was only one thing left to do. Hit the button built for exactly this moment. A Z5, the emergency shutdown. The one thing standing between them and disaster. They pressed it. For a fraction of a second, nothing happened. Then something did. As the control rods dropped into the core, their tips did something no one had accounted for. Instead of stopping the reaction, they briefly made it worse. The one button built to save them had just pushed the reactor past the edge. At 1:23 a.m., the power spiked beyond anything the reactor could survive. Steam pressure built faster than the structure could hold, and the reactor tore itself apart. 2 explosions, seconds apart. The worst nuclear accident in history had just begun. Firefighters were on scene within minutes. They saw flames. What they couldn't see was what was pouring out with the smoke. No one had told them, because no one fully understood it yet. They fought it the only way they knew how. Standing close, no protection that could have helped. Some of them wouldn't survive what they breathed in that night. For 36 hours, the city next door heard nothing. Pripyat, 50,000 people, living less than 2 miles from a reactor tearing itself apart. When the evacuation order finally came, they were told to pack light. A few days, they were told. Maybe a week. They never came back. Investigators spent months trying to answer one question. How does a safety test destroy the reactor it was supposed to protect? They found the answer wasn't one mistake. It was 3, stacked on top of each other. A flawed reactor, a broken protocol, and a shutdown button that, for a few critical seconds, made everything worse. That one design flaw, the same flaw hidden in every reactor of its kind, was quietly fixed. Not just in Chernobyl's reactor, in everyone like it worldwide. Safety rules were rewritten from the ground up. The world's worst nuclear disaster became the reason nuclear power got safer. A tiny piece of graphite changed the future of an entire industry. Today, the reactor sits sealed beneath a steel structure built to outlast it by a century. The city around it has been empty for almost 40 years. Streets, schools, playgrounds. Nature has taken back nearly everything humans built there. It's silent now, but it wasn't always. The Chernobyl experiment was supposed to prove something. Instead, it proved something else. That the most dangerous mistakes aren't made by people who don't care. They're made by people who are certain they already know enough. One button, built to save them, did the opposite, and changed history forever.